we're going to show you how we fletch arrows here at day 6. We use tried and true Bitzenberger jigs. We are a custom company. We're not a production company. We don't use machines. When you do machine fletching, you have glue that is sprayed, not hand applied. And if for whatever reason you get nozzles stuck or the glue's turning bad or whatever, you don't know that that has happened until maybe hundreds or maybe 1,000 arrows has been made and they get shipped out, and that's when you get 5 brand new arrows and the vanes are falling off. So the first thing we do is we wipe all our shafts down with just a simple denatured alcohol pad. We'll let that dry. We set all our jigs to 2 degrees right helical. If you want left helical, we can do that, but that's a whole nother conversation of why you would or wouldn't want that. So once the shaft is dried a little bit, we're going to start putting our first vane on. Now, one of the things I was taught years ago by a lady that's done commercial fletching for 50 years is that if you think you have not put enough glue on the vane, you've probably used too much. This glue is designed to cure at just the thinnest layer or amount. It's not made to cure super thick, so you want it just barely coated. We use the VaneTech VT2000. I don't know the science behind it, but we've tried everything on the market. This stuff is incredible. You can basically glue the gates of hell shut with it. It's phenomenal. So what we do is we start at the back and we put a little dot of glue back there. We go to the middle, put a little dot there, and the front and do a little dot there. Turn the glue bottle back up, because if you don't, it's going to keep free flowing. And when you're trying to spread your glue, you're going to get more glue coming out that you're not going to notice. So what we do then is we take the applicator on the glue bottle and we just spread those 3 dabs of glue up and down the vane. This is important. Flip it around and do the other side. Because if you can picture the bottom of this vane, it's like 2 ramps. And if you just do it from one side, you're only getting that one side of the ramp coated, not the other. And that's where you see your vanes wanting to peel off on one side. Now, the other thing that we do is we make sure that we grab the shaft and push it back to make sure it's engaged with the nock. Set it on. You don't have to apply a lot of pressure, but just some pressure. But you want it to be incredibly even. We usually hold for 8 to 10 seconds. Most people don't hold that long, but we want to keep our warranty under 1%, so we hold it a little bit longer than normal. So now that that's done, you're basically clear. You can clear it off. Always rotate it counterclockwise. That'll keep the fletching from hitting the jig, and you're ready for the next one. Fletching arrows should not be hard. People make it a lot harder than it really is, and it shouldn't take a lot of time. And I firmly believe that every bow hunter should fletch his own arrows, because if you're intimately connected with your equipment in every way, you know when you're going to have failures. And if you do have failures, you know why. So holding it again, 8 to 10 seconds, very little glue. That's all it takes. Counterclockwise again, same thing. One of the things that I see a lot of people do is they leave too much of the vane sticking out of the jig, and that provides for inconsistency, because what happens is that if you can imagine that vane sticking out a different amount every time, when you push it down, if you don't push it all the way back up, that angle of that vane coming out of that jig is at a different angle. And so a lot of guys will do like a 4-fletch like this, and then they'll go, gosh, I did it exactly the same, but my margins are different between the vanes. Well, it's because they're not seating the vane at the same depth every time, which is changing the angle and changing the point of contact on the shaft. So 3 dabs, spread it, flip it, spread it again. Make sure that the nock's engaged with the holder back there, and hold it 8 to 10 seconds again. Now, this is one thing that we do on all of our arrows. You don't have to do this. I'm a firm believer in it. I've been doing it for 25 years. We do what's called tip and tail. And what that does is it basically just puts a dab of glue at the very tip of each of the vanes. and just put a little bit of a pool there. And believe it or not, when this dries, it'll shrink up and you won't even see it. But having the tips and the tails done like this, once it's cured, will make sure that they never peel back, and they're going to be more durable, especially when they're going through animals, hopefully. Now, one of the things that you'll notice here is that there's no glue sticking out under the vanes. You see no glue pushing out from the bottom. If you have glue pushing out under the vanes and it's on the shaft, you're using way too much glue. So that's it. Pretty simple, and that's how we do it.